Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. With so many new BL series coming out, the watch list just keeps getting longer. Lately, I've been keeping up with quite a few each week, which has been really exciting. So in this video, I'll be sharing my honest thoughts on 8 ongoing BL series I'm currently watching. I'd love to hear your opinions too, so feel free to drop them in the comments. Without further delay, let's dive right into the video. Number 1. My Magic Prophecy. From the moment it was announced, I felt like the premise was a perfect fit for Jimmy and C. The series kicked off well. The touch of mystery and the playful way their relationship began really pulled me in. The acting has been exactly what I hoped for. Both leads have delivered strong performances, balancing the emotional and comedic moments so well. I especially have to give credit to C. His emotional scenes are always incredible. The way he delivers them feels so genuine that it always gets me in my feelings. I did initially think this will lean more into the mystery and fortune teller angle, but it's turned out to be something very different. Instead, the heart of the story has really been about In's healing journey, coping with the loss of his parents, working through his struggles, and slowly learning to love and to be loved without the fear of losing his loved ones. It has been genuinely moving to watch, and I think the way it touches on mental health has been one of the series' strongest points. The romance has also been captivating and well executed, but I have to say I'm disappointed that an ex has been introduced. It feels like a forced plot device to push the leads into becoming a couple, which doesn't feel necessary. Their relationship has already been healthy and meaningful without that obstacle, and they could have gotten together okay regardless. One thing I do appreciate, though, is that the series is 10 episodes long. Sometimes shorter truly is better. Rather than stretching things out until they become dull, it's nice to see a story end while it's still strong. Number 2. Love C, the Home for Lovers. I'll be honest, I wasn't excited about the announcement of this remake, considering how the original turned out. Personally, I wasn't a fan of Love C, and I still haven't even finished watching it. For me, the story started off okay, but just became less and less engaging as it went on, with nothing interesting happening. So when I heard it was getting a remake, I already knew I wouldn't like it as much. The original story isn't great, so I can't really expect Japan's version to be any better since it follows the same plot. That being said, I do want to give credit where it's due. The acting skills from both leads are good, and I appreciate the effort that's clearly been put into the production. The fact that this remake is shorter also makes it easier to get through, which is a plus. I also found the GL couple in the original to be pretty unbearable, and I like that they toned it down with the one here. I do think this version is better than the original in some ways, but again, the problem for me is with the storyline. Number 3. KHEMJIRA. We finally get to see Kang and Namping's very first series together, and I've been waiting for this moment for so long. I was very impressed from the first episode, and we're 5 episodes and I keep getting more intrigued. The production quality and cinematography are particularly impressive. The story itself feels unique. I was intrigued since the pilot, and it's really lived up to my expectations so far. I've got to give Mandy praise for always prioritizing quality production. This is so high budget and they've done a good job. The only issue I've had with their past projects is that somewhere along the way, the momentum tends to dip and they become less interesting. For that reason, I'm prepared for anything to happen, but I really hope this one keeps its strength all the way through. I do want to say, as someone who constantly watches horror movies, I haven't found this to be scary at all from the start. But the way they've handled the practical and visual effects has really impressed me. I also like the slow burn romance. It's especially endearing to see Perrin's true feelings emerge, despite his indifferent demeanor around Kem. In the coming episodes, it seems they'll finally start opening up to each other more. I just hope the series doesn't focus solely on the romance and continues to deliver engaging supernatural elements as well. I also want to add that they did a fantastic job choosing the female actress who plays Kem. She actually resembles Namping a lot. The actor who plays Pim's brother was also a great choice. They really do make sense playing brothers. Overall, I'm really enjoying this series and eagerly look forward to each new episode every week. Number 4. I'm the most beautiful count. I just couldn't wait for this to air since seeing the trailer. It looked pretty interesting, and of course, it's nice to finally see Ping and Nut have their own series. This has been a controversial one from the start, but as someone who knows nothing about the webtoon, I just went off what I saw in the trailer, and I pretty much liked what I saw, which made me excited for its release. I must say, I like this series a lot, probably a lot more than I expected to. It's such a great comedy, one that gives me many laugh-out-loud moments with each episode. And can we just appreciate Nut's performance? I already knew going in that he was going to embody this role, and he hasn't disappointed. It feels like he's in his element, and his delivery has been so fun to watch. This is the series I look forward to the most each week. Not to say it's the best in this list, but it's just my personal favorite that I always make sure to watch it as soon as it airs. I can't wait to see how it continues. It's overall been a really fun and enjoyable series throughout. Number 5. Revamp the Undead Story. This series was first announced back in 2021, and after such a long wait, it's finally here. After watching the first 3 episodes, I can't help but ask myself if it was really worth the wait, and for now, I'd have to say not quite. My expectations were high in the beginning, but once GMMTV took over the project, I knew I needed to lower them a little. There are still aspects that I've enjoyed, such as seeing Boone and Prem back on screen. I also love that we're getting to see actors that I never imagined would share the screen together, and honestly, that might be my favorite part of the whole series so far. Where the series falls short for me is in the romance. 3 episodes in, the leads do have their cute moments, but the relationship feels so rushed for no reason and lacks any substance. I'm just not drawn in. I will give them the benefit of the doubt, especially since it seems Pun is also a hunter, with Ramil as his next target. I suspect Ramil can actually read minds, already knew Pun is a hunter, and deliberately chose him to lift his curse. Another weak element so far has been the fighting scenes. They're so difficult to watch, and just poorly choreographed, which is taking away from the seriousness of the scenes. I know they're necessary for the storyline, and for that reason I wish they were done better. For now, the Hunter's narrative has been far more compelling, and having AJ, JJ, and K together again also brings great energy to the series. I love the 3 together, and they have good acting skills that really shine. Number 6. My bias is showing. I don't know about everyone else, but honestly, KBL series haven't been winning me over much this year, and this is only the 3rd one I've liked so far. The trailer didn't give much, so I didn't know what to entirely expect going in. I just thought this would turn out to be another one I don't really care for, but I'm really loving this. I'm also glad we're getting 2 episodes a week. I feel like that helps given how short KBL episodes always are. This has made me get immersed more into the story. I did feel like the pacing was pretty fast from the beginning in terms of the romance between the leads, but getting to episode 4 just pulled everything together, and it all makes sense why. I wasn't expecting such a twist, and I'm loving the story more now. It does appear the story is going to get intense and bittersweet at a point, but that adds to the intrigue for me. Overall, I like the storyline, both leads, and have found them to be adorable together. So I'm excited to see how things continue to unfold, and hopefully it continues getting better. Number 7. Shine. One thing I can always count on from BOC is that they make us wait, but they also deliver something truly worth it. Even after watching the trailer, I didn't fully know what to expect going in, and that made me more intrigued. This has turned out to be a fun and unpredictable ride, which I find very interesting. I love series like this that keep me guessing about what will happen next, and they've done that beautifully. It's also been amazing to see Mile and Appo back on screen. I miss seeing both actors on screen, and their performances haven't disappointed. I was also pleasantly surprised to see Oab. He's one of my all-time favorite actors, and I'm really happy to see him here. As a huge fan of love triangles, I enjoyed the love triangle between Trin, Tanwa, and Victor while it lasted. And it also feels more enjoyable as both Mile and Peter have really good chemistry with Apo. However, my absolute favorite discovery has been Yuro and Sun. From their very first one-on-one encounter, the romantic tension between them was undeniable. Their love story felt like disaster waiting to happen from the start, yet I can't wait to see their scenes in every episode. Their chemistry is phenomenal, and they might just be my favorite pair in the series. I also find political series to be really thought-provoking, and this one has been no different so far. I'm really enjoying the narrative, and although it's only 8 episodes, I hope it wraps up well. Number 8. Doctor's Mind. At this point, I think I've just made peace with the fact that we'll probably never see Longley in a really good series. I really want to see him get a strong script for once, and sadly, this just isn't it. The plot is just all over the place, and unfortunately the weak script and the poor execution only make it worse. The first time I tried watching this series, I dropped it for later since I already had others that interested me more. I've started following it again more recently, catching up with all episodes, and while it's not amazing, it's not the worst. I do enjoy seeing Longley and Arm together. They make a genuinely nice pair, although some choices with the narrative make it pretty hard to actually enjoy some of their scenes. The SA allegations were handled so poorly, and Mild's behavior toward his alleged assaulter felt even more strange. They also dragged an explanation, and when we finally got one, it's like the whole thing never happened. I also couldn't get into Moan and Pack's series Mission to the Moon earlier this year, so I'm glad to see them in something I can sit through. The third couple is getting more interesting now, and I am pretty curious to see how their story continues. In addition to these, I'm also still watching 10 Things I Want to Do Before I Turn 40 and A Bio Desire, which I already talked about in a previous video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Also let me know in the comments which ongoing series you're enjoying the most currently. Until next time, thank you for watching.